doing well today. I'm sorry that I haven't filmed in a while, but every time I tried to pick up this camera to film, y'all, something was going on with my face. And as you can probably tell, something is still going on with my face. I had an allergic reaction, so my eyes, the swelling around my eyes are going down. But yeah, and all before, every time I tried to get on this camera, I was like broken out from stress. Like, just, y'all, it was a lot going on. But I did say that I would be consistent, and I do want to honor that. And so I don't want to keep making excuses. Like, you're just gonna have to see me as I am. Hair is pulled back in a ponytail, a puff, because I didn't feel like doing nothing. And I'm just not one of those people that are gonna get on camera cute all the time. It's just, you know, if I'm gonna be consistent, y'all gonna have to see me looking rough some days. So, and CJ is here.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Yeah, so he's driving. He got in the other day. Xavier's in the back with us hanging out because he's sick today. So, and your oldest,
one at McDonald's.
Yeah, but one at McDonald's. Well, it pretty much passed.
It passed. Yeah.
Okay, so basically he ended up with like this little. Zaden went to urgent care, who's our oldest, for a fracture in his finger, and it never fails. Anytime our kids go to urgent care, they catch something, they get something. And he caught like this little stomach bug. Like the next morning he was like vomiting, and nobody was sick before. And then Zaden and Xavier share a room. So then of course now this morning Xavier wakes up with the same thing. But it was literally like they're sick a few times and then it's gone. But we didn't want to send him to school and like have, chance him having an accident and then being clowned, because it's coming out of both ends, And I was telling CJ this story about this guy I went to high school with, and he was a sweet guy. He was a cute little guy, but his nickname was PJ. And apparently in middle school, CJ just hit the curb at Chipotle. Apparently in middle school, he had an accident because he was sick, and in high school, like the nickname that they called him was still following him. They started calling him Pooja. So his nickname was PJ, but then they started calling him Pooja. So every time a girl liked him, they'd be like, "Oh, you like Pooja?" Which was messed up, but yeah. So I don't want that for my kids, so I kept them home, So anyway, yeah, y'all, it's been a very eventful week. So like I said, Zaden's finger got fractured because he was playing football at school after LEAP testing, which is our standardized test for like our kids. I think it starts at 3rd grade and it's all the way through like high school. So he was playing football and bent his finger back, and when he got home, I think he was pretty much fine throughout the day, but by the time he got home, like it was starting to hurt more, because he said the pain would go and come at school and he thought it would just like stop. So then he got home, and I noticed when CJ showed me, he was like, "It's pretty swollen. Are you okay? You good?
Yeah.
You eating at McDonald's kind of fast. Slow down. Probably shouldn't have had that like immediately after getting better. After vomiting especially." That boy was so in a hurry to use his gift card. He got so many gift cards for his birthday, and one being McDonald's, and he just couldn't wait to use that. But yeah, so after LEAP testing, they get a break for like half of the day, and they can play and kind of like decompress. And he was playing football, and it bent his finger back, and yeah. And CJ was like, "Yeah, his finger looks pretty swollen." So I looked at it, and once I saw like the swelling and bruising, I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to bring him in. So CJ was in the middle of like cooking. I took over the cooking, and I let him, bring Zaden to the urgent care because I was looking so crazy. I was looking like E.T. My eyes were so swollen. A combination of E.T. and Will Smith on Hitch. Like, I wasn't cute at all. I was like, "I can bring him." I said, "or you can bring him," and I finished cooking and feed the kids. And so yeah, he went ahead and he took them to the urgent care. I fed the little ones, got them ready for bed, and sure enough, he called me. He was like, "Yeah, it's fractured," and sent me the x-ray. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured just looking at it. I didn't finish nursing school, but I went about 2 years. I know enough. So I was like, yeah, it's good times. And it was literally the day CJ had just come back in from work. I'm like, you would have to get off and come in to like just pure chaos. Like, I felt so bad because I'm like, you come back to your wife's space looking like, who done it and why? He said it looked like I lost a fight. I mean, And then the same afternoon, Zaden's finger is like bruised and swollen and fractured. So right now we're waiting. We're at Chipotle getting lunch for us, and Xavier's eating his food. But we're waiting on a call from the specialist for Zaden to let us know whether he would need like a cast, or if it's gonna heal okay in like the splint, or if he needs surgery. Hopefully not surgery, because I don't think he'd be too thrilled about that. But yeah, so that's what we're waiting on. Might not hear anything until Monday. Yeah, so this doctor is like the main pediatric orthopedic surgeon for our area. So we're waiting on a call from him. I actually called today because I'm like, what's up? Like, I've never had a kid with a broken bone before. So I'm like, hey. But yeah, they'll get with us. I don't think his is like a really urgent situation, but we're just keeping him comfortable, keeping him, with pain medication around the clock as needed. But it hasn't been too bad for him, thankfully. And when it happened to him, I told him, I said, I remember having the same type of injury, except mine wasn't broken, doing the same thing. I was around his age playing at PE, and we were playing football, and I caught the ball, but it bent my pinky finger back. And y'all, look at my little pinkies. Like, it don't take much. So it bent my little pinky finger back, and I had a really bad sprain, but it wasn't like fractured like Zaden's. So I thought that was so crazy that we would have had, something similar happen like that. But he's okay. Thank God he's okay. He didn't cry. Which I'm surprised, because I probably would have cried. I don't know, at that age. But he didn't cry. He's been fine. So everything's been good. I think I told you guys that I had to kind of step away from like a good bit of things that I was doing. I was doing too much. But as of late, I've decided to prioritize my mental health. And I've just been like really trying to focus on my relationship with God and taking things like day by day, because I was doing way too much. And several of y'all told me that, and I really saw it, because I had started to have panic attacks, and I've never had panic attacks before in my life. So I had one, and I was like, what was that? And then I had another, and it came with chest pains, and I was like, oh no, baby, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna take a step back, because I don't play with chest pains. I was like, okay, God, I hear you. I am doing too much. I'm gonna rest like you told me to rest. So I'm just trying to prioritize my health. So yeah, my plan is to get back into the gym, which I told y'all is literally like right across the street from me. I have no excuse except these kids. That's my only excuse. But I need to get my behind back in the gym. And when I'm not there, what I can do is my Grow with Joe videos. And that's on YouTube, and it's free. Grow with Joe. And I remember doing her videos back at like the end of 2022, and y'all, like, I was losing weight so well doing her videos. But yeah, I was doing her videos, and I was seeing results and like doing really well. So I need to get back to that. So that's what's been going on with me. I hope I'm not rambling too much for y'all. We don't have too much going on today. Just kind of waiting to hear back from the specialist. And yeah, just grabbing food and running errands. I am actually baking cookies for CJ's godmother, who's also his aunt, and she's so sweet to us. So I'm happy to do it for her. So I'm in the process of like, I don't know if I ever told you I had a baking business. I think I did. I don't do it anymore, like for money, but it was one of those hobbies that turned into a business, and then I realized like I don't really like doing it as a business. I like to do it like for people that I love, and just because I enjoy doing it sometimes, So that's what I'm doing today. I'm baking her some cookies. One day, and I told CJ, I said we should have filmed this. One day I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm not gonna give y'all the recipe in case I ever decide, or my kids decide to like start a business again, but I can give y'all some tips and tricks that'll make your cookies really good without giving y'all my exact recipe. So that's what's going on with us. Maybe when CJ comes back, he'll talk a little bit, but yeah, that's the latest on what's going on right now. I've been taking it easy, slowing down a bit. I did get some interesting information about my major. I think I left that off last time. So I think I was finding out about that last time, and I got the rest of the details, and I was supposed to like let y'all know. So basically I did talk to my advisor, and she asked what was my goal, and I told her Master's of Business Administration was what I wanted to do eventually. And you know that I'm going for my bachelor's right now, and my major was, because I've changed it, was Business Administration Management. And so my advisor was like, if your goal is to get to a Master's of Business Administration, she was like, Business Administration Management, I'm sorry. She was like, why don't you just do general studies with a concentration of business, and then you'll graduate faster, and then you can go back for your master's, and you would finish all of that in a shorter period of time, and bypass like all of those extra like finance classes and accounting classes. And I was like, why nobody told me that? Why nobody told me that before? So guess what I did? I switched my major to general studies with a concentration of business so that I can graduate faster, because I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna finish faster if I can. So that's what I'm doing. I might take a break over the summer and just start back up in the fall. I think that's my plan. We'll see. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm definitely gonna focus on, been building my relationship with God, talking to him more, and just trying to focus on like taking things one day at a time, and not trying to do everything like I was doing before, because I've realized like I'm getting older, and like I don't know, like I've like I told y'all, since my last pregnancy, like just dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety and things that I typically didn't deal with before, as far as like, well, I don't want to say stress. It's more like the anxiety is causing me more stress, because anxiety, it's not something that I dealt with before. And I did have postpartum depression, and then that went away, and it just kind of turned into like more like anxiety, and I thought it was like, gonna go away too. And so that's something that I'm working through right now, trying to rebalance hormones and change my diet up a little bit, and hopefully I can, it'll help me manage that, or hopefully it'll go away altogether. I don't know, So yeah, you guys, that's been what's been going on, and we'll talk to you more soon. Bye.